How you doing, everybody? So today on 5 Questions, I have Marie Seidling right here. So we're gonna go back to Funsucker here really quickly. So if you saw the intro there, that is her nickname from her boys at home. And how long have you had this nickname?
A very long time. I have been sucking the fun out of my children's lives for a very long time.
Well, there we go. And you will continue doing them?
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Fantastic. So my first question too is, have you ever broke a toilet?
Yes.
Okay. How did this happen?
I was probably 8 months pregnant with one of our boys. I don't know which one.
Okay.
And all I had to do was sit down, and it snapped right in half.
Now, at home, at a restaurant?
At home, yep.
At home.
At home. Luckily, it was at home. And yeah, I probably should have sent a letter to Moen or Kohler or whoever made our toilet at the time. But yeah, snapped right in half. And I said I didn't even weigh as much as my husband.
And it
just snapped in half.
That's it. Well, all right.
How many people can say they snapped a toilet seat in half, right?
Not many at all. All right, very good. So now, were you an athlete growing up?
Yes.
Like, what sports did you play?
I played basketball and golf and hunted and
So,
fished.
I mean, so a lot of coordination type of stuff that you had to go through then. Have you ever stubbed your toe on tile flooring?
I have stubbed my toe on pretty much everything imaginable.
So I use the word coordinated there because I hear that you are not.
I am not coordinated.
Okay.
So I will trip on a flat floor. I will walk into walls or doors or anything that jumps in my way.
In your way, in any fashion.
Yep.
It will somehow or another, you'll bump into it, run over it, whatever that is.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
So now, like, okay, playing basketball and stuff, like, if you were with the basketball, can you dribble and be comfortable in that sense that,
Yep.
when you're in that game mode?
Yep.
Outside of that, then everything just kind of falls apart.
It falls apart. Quickly.
Very good. Right.
In
Awesome.
fact, our kids will do something, they'll stub their toe or something, they'll be like, I get that from mom.
It's just like to pick on you a little bit, huh?
Yep.
Well, all right. All right.
Neil knew what he was getting into when he married me.
That's fair.
Yep.
All right. Wonderful. All right. So, how bad of a shoe fetish do you have?
Oh, it was not very bad until I started CrossFit, and it's gotten much worse since then because now all my shoes have a function. Like this one is for running, and this one is for running, but it's black instead of blue to match the tights I'm wearing today.
So we've elevated the whole fetish there in a positive level.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Awesome. So, all right. So now, are you more of a sweet or savory person?
Sweet.
You're a more sweet person? Yes, mine.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, good.
Yep.
So now, what is a common dessert that your husband orders when at a restaurant?
Well, I usually order a dessert, and then I usually tell him what he's ordering. And then after I eat mine, I change plates with him and eat whatever he ordered.
Eat whatever he ordered. Mm-hmm. All right, very
Sometimes
good.
we have to order the dessert first because if you're going to get full, you want to have the good stuff first. And
so let's talk about that for a second here. So, where Bonaire?
Bonaire?
Bonaire. So there was a situation at Bonaire where you did that, and the restaurant itself found it very bizarre.
Yes.
Okay, so please explain
So
that.
I ordered my dinner with dessert and asked if I could have my dessert with the dinner. And the waiter asked me if I was sure, and I said, yep, I'm sure. That's what I want.
Right.
And so he went back to the kitchen, and the kitchen staff didn't think that the dessert should come out with dinner. So they sent him out to ask me again. He went back to the kitchen again, and when they finally brought the dessert with the dinner, his manager and some of the kitchen staff came out and were watching me eat because they couldn't believe I was going to eat my dessert with my dinner. So I had a whole crowd, and of course everyone at our table thought it was hilarious.
Well, yeah, absolutely, that's hilarious.
But it was good dessert. It was worth it.
Was it like a cake or something like that, or was it just
I'm
something
sure,
very, very regional? I guess.
I think it was like a chocolate lava cake or something like
Yeah,
that.
you can eat that with anything.
Absolutely, and of course you can eat it first.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
All right, that's not even better. All right, so now you and your husband, even family, travel a lot. You're scuba divers.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys will go to some pretty interesting places and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now, one thing about scuba diving that there's not a lot of when you're underwater, you can't really communicate vocally with each other too often, right? So it has to be all hand signals, knowing how it is.
Yep.
So now my question to you is, have you ever tried to drown your husband?
I have not tried to drown my husband.
Okay.
Although after this interview, I might. That might be on the agenda.
That. All right, very good. Then he did well. I'm not gonna lie. So that's perfect. Okay. So how did this situation happen where all of a sudden, like, you know, there was a time when he may have been struggling and you were misinterpreting hand signals?
So it took him 6 years to convince me to do the training.
Okay.
And I'm always nervous and wanted to do everything just right. And when we first started diving together, anytime there was something wrong, it was would usually be with me.
Okay.
So we would do like a hand signal saying something is wrong, or like my ears aren't clearing, and so he would usually be like pointing at me or telling me, like, let's say I have a hose out of place, or to try to keep my body more level or whatever. And so the one time he was trying to tell me something's wrong, and I'm looking at myself going, nothing is wrong. Like, my hoses are in place, I'm streamlined, like, what is the deal here?
Right.
Here he was trying to tell me that he couldn't clear his ear or something like that, and I'm being the awesome dive buddy that I am, was like, no, there's nothing wrong. So I was trying to get him to keep going, and it wasn't until we surfaced that he could be like, duh, I was trying to tell you I was having an issue, and it was the first time that he had an issue and not me. So now I know he might have something wrong.
There is a time to time, every once in a while, that he will have some issues.
Yep, but he didn't drown.
Well, that's good.
And there was a time when his tank blew, and I was there to help him and turn it off, and we surfaced, and that's the kind of dive buddy I am.
That's it, you know? You're going to be there 50% of the time.
That's
all right. That's it. That's all 5 questions. 5 questions there. Thank you, guys. Marie Seidling.
Seidling.
See, I told you she was going to mess it up.
He almost got it right.
All right.